Well, I covered it in the first hour. It was racial showcasing. That's all it is. It's just another stage. White supremacy goes through 4 stages. And the refined white supremacists, these are the smartest of the white supremacists, they are thinking long range. So they have taken a look and they say, okay, this thing with Mr. Nelson Mandela, it worked out pretty well. I mean, it got a lot of people all over the world thinking, here's a person that walked out of a greater confinement and then, became president of South Africa. I mean, president of all these wars that we have here, all of these people, these ancient Dutchmen and English-speaking people and whatnot. Okay, well, we tried that on for size, and it had an effect all over the world. I mean, it gave all the young black males, some kind of hope that they could be presidents of a colonized place, walking right out of jail and doing it. I mean, that is possible. They have seen that happen. And so they're in pretty good shape now. Their minds are in pretty good shape. I mean, that racism is gone out of business. And so now, hey, they can kind of sit back and relax, take a breather. Mr. Nelson Mandela. And then over in the northwestern hemisphere, they've had President Barack Obama and his lady, Michelle, the first lady of the most powerful area of the world in the eyes of many. On their hands, got their hands right there on the nuclear butt. People of color, got their hands on the nuclear butt. How, hey, you don't get more powerful than that. Can blow up the whole world in 5 minutes, all right? And they are people of color? Oh, racism is gone. Well, we kind of came down off of that high, okay? Now, in another part of the world, among the people who spread that English language all over the world, and along with a whole bunch of other things that they said were English that didn't work out too well for a whole bunch of people, like slavery, all right? Well, now you have what they call a person of color who is now a princess, something that we have taught about in the elementary school. Every little black girl now in every little village can say, I can be a princess. I can be a princess. Sure you can, but you ain't going to be. Not according to the white supremacists. They are showcasing us. And they have picked out all kinds of ways to go about it. In fact, it looks like they have a timetable now that every 5 or 6 years they're going to come up with a new showcase. All right? And that'll keep us groggy, thinking that we are making progress when we are not.
Mm-hmm.
Because white supremacy is a business. Now, what are business principles? Profits and losses. So they'll say, hey, we can take one non-white person, one black person, showcase that black person, and give millions of black people a false hope that everything in a few days, a week or two, is going to magically be all right. Because now you have a black princess that everybody looks up to all over the world, white and non-white. Everybody bows down to. Isn't that grand? And that princess has color. We announced that. No more racism. All right? But we're going to practice racism each and every day and refine it. And this is a part of the refinement.
Yeah.
Making them think that they're getting something that they're not getting at all.